The lower Mississippi River Valley was traditionally a large forested wetland complex. The whole entire valley is low and it floods frequently because of the Mississippi River and the tributaries. My name is Ron Cease. I work the lower Mississippi River Valley for the Nature Conservancy. So bottomland hardwoods are the long-term vegetation that's adapted to there.
Bottomland hardwoods are different species of oaks and cypress that are very hard in nature compared to a softwood like a pine. My name is James L. Cummins. I'm Executive Director of Wildlife Mississippi. But these species provide many nutritional benefits in the form of acorns and mast that a diversity of wildlife feed upon.
There's over 25 million acres in that valley, and the vast majority of it has been cleared for agriculture. And so not only did they take away the forested wetlands, but then they altered the hydrology, so we don't have those natural wetland functions like we used to anymore.
Part of the problem was land that was not good farmland was cleared to be farmland, and it was not profitable.
This is Louis Fertizzi of Fertizzi Nursery, and Louis has been planting seedlings in approximately 30 years and planted over 100,000 acres.
Cypress trees here you're looking at, farmers were going out of business. They'd come and spend 2 or 3 years here farming, and then they'd be out of business because water would get over it. These are all hand-planted. Nuttall is a lowland species. This is overcut.
Something besides an oak tree.
Ducks feed on these acres. We're trying to put forest back where forest ought to be and not cropland.
In the early 90s, the Wetland Reserve Program was created by the United States Congress. The program actually pays an easement payment to the landowner to help offset agricultural production costs. It also helps pay for restoration of wetland and bottomland hardwood habitat.
The federal government will restore those properties. So it's basically planting back those bottomland hardwoods and developing those wetlands again. So in our 3 states that we concentrate our work in Arkansas, Louisiana, and Mississippi, there's been over 700,000 acres that have been enrolled into the Wetland Reserve Program.
By really looking at using some of the best agricultural land to produce commodities and some of the worst land for producing wetlands, we're actually helping the farmer in their overall profitability, improving the health of the overall agricultural economy in the region. Ducks Unlimited has a great statement. It's farming the best and conserving the rest. And that sums up what we're really trying to do here out on the landscape here in the lower Mississippi Valley.
Land that's not as productive, that I'm seeing losses on, I can turn it into wildlife habitat, conservation, and I'm seeing it productive. This tree right here, I think, is 38 years old that I planted right here. I'm still planting cypress trees in this break today. My name is Bo Prestige. I'm a farmer, I'm a wildlife conservationist, and I live in Itta Bena, Mississippi. So I got cypress trees from knee-high up to 40 feet high. I was taking land that some people called wasteland. Well, there's no such thing as wasteland. You just got to find out what it's needed for, what to do with it. So I took land that was not developed, that you just could not produce on, and you couldn't do those things. But it was great for wildlife. So what I saw was an opportunity with Wildlife Incorporated to let people use my property. I started a commercial duck hunting daily rate business. This deer right here came from my own property. And I had no idea it would grow to what it did. So what it does, by developing my wildlife habitat, it lets me maximize my land.
Our thought process is let's restore those lands, get those ecological functions back. And a lot of times this allows that farmer to, stay in business. Because he was losing money on the lower land, he can take and put that land into the program. He can get some additional economic benefits if he, leases that land for hunting or sells hunting rights on that.
There's some deer right there running. When I started here, there was significant more income from farming than it was from recreation. But in our 12th year of business, Now our recreation money is more than our agriculture money. My name is Drew Keith. I'm the CEO of Honey Break Lodge, Ltd. here in Jonesville, Louisiana. The total acres of the property we own is right at 20,000 acres, and it's 9,800 acres of wetland reserve program. One thing about creating habitat for waterfowl and shorebirds, when managing for them, you also get the bad things, which are the beavers. Because of the habitat, the wildlife is thriving now. The highlighted is the 2,766 acres that we're looking at putting in WRP. The biggest incentive for landowners is the government will pay you a marketable price for your land to put the perpetual easement on it to restore it back to its original habitat.
We'll work with you. We'll develop a restoration management plan. Y'all ready?
For us as Honey Break, the incentive was to put it in the WRP program and then be able to enhance it and use it to introduce people to the outdoors in a positive way. So the programs that we run, from alligator hunting to deer hunting to waterfowl hunting, the program helps us focus just on wildlife.
When we as a nation think of the Farm Bill, most people think about something that provides help to the farmer in terms of crop assistance. But it's also the single largest private lands conservation program in the United States. Wetland restoration provides benefits for citizens throughout the United States. These bottom and hardwood trees are sequestering carbon. The improved water quality that we're seeing as a result is benefiting the Gulf of Mexico, which is in turn improving seafood for many, many Americans, and drinking water as well.
It's great to see, the landowners voluntarily making the decision to do this, because we're getting conservation on private lands. They still own that land, and it's a great win for our society in total. Because of the water quality impacts and the wildlife habitat and the migratory birds that use those lands, it's affecting, this whole region in this nation.